October 7th, 1984, a fighter was born. Her parents struggled with drug and alcohol addiction. Her mom and dad fought all the time, and eventually her mom found out that her dad was sexually assaulting the children, and after he went to prison, the 4 children went to foster care. All of her siblings were split up except Sean and Stephanie. They missed their older siblings terribly. Sean and Stephanie went back to their mother after being in foster care for over a year. Her mom got a job in an apartment and was doing well until she met a man with a drug problem through the Salvation Army where she was working. Once that relationship ended, her mom hit rock bottom and relapsed with drugs and alcohol yet again. They soon became homeless, which wasn't new to them. They had been homeless before, many times. Hungry, Sean and Stephanie would often walk to this corner gas station and stare at the food. The clerk showed compassion and gave food to them. When she was 13, Stephanie almost died in an accident by a drunk driver, and that same lady who gave her food took care of her medical issues after the accident because her mother did not have a place with electricity. When she was 15, her mother was high and tried to murder her. Stephanie became a runaway and homeless youth. Desperate for change, she filed for emancipation with the judge, and he granted her emancipation at 16. She bought her first home. It was a $1,500 trailer. She worked 3 jobs and she stayed in school. At one of her jobs, she met a girl who invited her to church and became her friend. Andrea introduced Stephanie to her mom and dad. They worried for her, so they invited her to come live with them. This family gave Stephanie the opportunity to focus on her grades and school and be part of their family. While in high school, Stephanie had the amazing opportunity to meet Kelly Clarkson. She was accepted to college and received the Dare to Dream scholarship from Kelly Clarkson. Stephanie went to Hardin-Simmons University and graduated with a bachelor's and master's degree. In 2006, she was reunited with her sister Misty, but tragically, both of her brothers since then have died due to mental illness and trauma. People always ask her how she survived. She leaned on her faith and family to grieve this incredible loss in her life. Stephanie started learning photography in high school, and she used that to cope with her painful past. She also wrote lots of music and poetry to cope. She really leaned on her creative skills during her most difficult times. She met and married her sweetheart, Danny, and she and her husband both have 4 children together, and they recently adopted one, and together they built a little home in Texas. Stephanie is the author of a children's bedtime story called Always Forever. That story allows children to hear that someone loves them unconditionally. People believed in Stephanie and walked with her through her darkest days. Teachers and pastors and caring humans, bosses and friends were all part of the healing process. Stephanie also started sharing her story to help others know that they are not alone. Her greatest desire is to inspire youth who feel hopeless like she did. She has served as a volunteer with CASA and the Texas Children's Commission Task Force. She also worked as a behavior specialist for the school district. And in 2021, she became a best-selling author. If you are someone who feels alone, know that you can get through any challenge. You can be average, and you don't have to be a big star. Just look around and find one caring adult and ask for help. Don't give up. Fight for it. Fight for the life of your dreams. It will take some work. It really will. And it's going to be hard work. So work hard. Learn from your failures. Laugh often. Laugh at yourself. Forgive. Forgive every day. Find people who inspire you and study them and ask them how they overcame their obstacles. Find ways to travel the world and take care of yourself. Finally, as my teacher always said, don't drink and drive, don't ride with those who do, and for heaven's sake, buckle your seatbelt and don't be a jelly. Dream big, work hard, never give up. And in one of my poems, it says, "Farewell, O fear, you're not welcome here. I'm leaving you in my past."